Welcome back to the channel. Today, more of The Witcher Season 3, Episode 2, Unbound. Thoughts on the previous episode, the first one, or on the back half of that one. I had realized that I had said that Geralt seemed mechanical and fluid. I meant that, like, the fighting was fluid, but he himself was like a machine of death. Like, he was mechanized, is what I meant by that. But everything was well choreographed in all of the fighting that episode. And I'm curious to see kind of how the action works for the rest of the season, because with the group being split up, you know, with Ciri and Yennefer going one way and Geralt going the other. It was good to see Jaskier again, our bard friend. I don't entirely know how wound up he is with these people. And we got that little taste of the White Flame at the end of the episode. So, you know, we haven't seen Fragilla in a while. It's interesting because, like, there's so much lore in this universe, and from what I take it, Season 2 kind of detoured, kind of went away from it. Now it feels like they're trying to maybe, you know, reel it back in or contain it. But I've rambled on long enough. This is my second intro. I deleted the first one because it was such a clunky mess. I just woke up. I've got caffeine. It'll get me through it, so I'm not going to stall anymore. Let's just get into it. This is The Witcher Season 3, Episode 2, Unbound. Here we go.
Seems festive in these parts.
Hanging's good for business. That spy was our fourth execution in as many days. What's a mage doing all the way out here?
Straight to Tisea. No portals. Yes, my lady.
So it's safe to say people are very wary and superstitious of mages. And rightfully so in this universe. We've seen what's happened all over the place.
I was just wishing you a safe journey.
You see him catch an arrow to the throat?
Never mind the girl. She was kicked in the head by a horse. Hasn't been right since. What if his death prevented a greater harm? What would the consequence be then, my ugly one? It's only a matter of time before someone finds us.
Yeah, I guess that does explain last episode. I was like, why don't they take mage portals everywhere? There it is. Look at this fucking thing. I don't know about this. Tragedy and comedy, but...
For monsters. I mean, they've got these little teddy bear faces, and they're like, no, please, don't hurt me. And then whap, fangs.
How did I know that would be you?
Hello, Conringer.
Next time, make an appointment.
Something about his performance I don't buy. I don't know. Disconnected, I can see the actor through it. I don't know. Something's weird.
You know, a sword like this won me an empire once.
I'd like to hear about it.
You'll be dead. So sorry.
It was my last chance to take down the usurper.
Robert Baratheon.
A sword befitting the emperor of the continent.
I'll drink to that.
Emperor of the continent. So there are other continents, right?
Not poison.
I was asking about her in the intro. Girl, you are tore up. You've looked better.
I said, drink.
Trying to remember what happened to her at the end of Season 2. Like, did somebody betray her or trade her in or do something to her?
It's not poison. This is a treat.
Oh, I can assure
I remember her.
is entirely mine.
It's funny, I recognized her right away, but him, I'm like, oh, what a weird disconnection.
We've heard of him, of course. The question is, why have you? Some official sorcerers have secret pupils doing illegal or dirty business.
It's like Darth Vader with his, what's his name, sidekick guy running around. I never played those games, but I've heard a lot about them.
There is a castle called Volpan. It's near the old Scarlet.
Ammonite mines.
Yeah.
On the outskirts of Piano.
If you know that, you are already in too deep.
He saw, when he was in the castle fighting the fire mage, he saw out a window and saw the mountainside nearby, so I wonder if that's the same place.
You have a client looking for her.
Istrid.
You need to find another girl. An orphan of war, perhaps. Ashen hair, green eyes.
No.
What, like a decoy? Some girl to pal around just...
Someone has to die so someone else can live.
I will not pay for what I love by having contempt for myself.
What was that letter you sent earlier?
It's for Jaskier, telling her I'm coming home.
But you wrote 3 drafts of that letter.
Hmm.
So there's more to the picture, isn't there?
What's that famous quote? If I had had more time, I would have written a shorter letter.
My handmaiden and I are in need of one of your portals. To Arethusa.
You're going back to Arethusa after that legendary night of non-fatal execution.
Well, I'm hoping they've forgotten about that.
She broke out the fucking dude, the crazy archer guy from Nilfgaard, and like, they bailed.
I won't be long.
Run! Run!
Hey! What the fuck?
Oh, we're just into casual murder now? I mean...
Magic is organizing chaos.
Triss Marigold, good to see ya.
Balance and control.
We're wondering why the kings are losing faith in us because we knew the elves were a problem and we did nothing about it.
That's a short-sighted view of history.
It's good to see this other side of the cast. We haven't seen him in a while.
Louder!
We could have turned that elf. Made her do our bidding. You went quite a bit harder that time.
Not too hard.
You always give me perspective.
This is definitely an interesting relationship these two have.
I don't need any help with Vizimir. I've been managing him for years.
I've never seen this continent more divided.
It didn't seem like he was getting sexual gratification out of it. Like, it wasn't the foot thing of House of the Dragon. It wasn't anything like that. Yeah, this guy is kind
The man said I had a visitor.
of usurping the place of
This, I must say,
our
is a
whipped
nice
friend.
surprise. You come sing us a pretty song.
No, I don't.
They'd love a song about your white-haired witcher.
All right.
Getting intelligence out of him, that's what this is. Yeah, I believe that's the castle Geralt saw looking out the window. Cliffs, like red veins in the rocks almost.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting to think that he could probably use a bigger two-handed weapon. But using a regular size two-handed weapon, he can be blazingly fast with it, so it's like, eh. Potion time, yeah. First of the season.
Definitely a trap.
I did say we needed to avoid unwanted attention.
You know?
I mean, the guy she killed was a piece of shit, but still was kind of unprovoked, from what I could gather.
You saved one, and the consequences likely damned 100 others in exchange.
What is the point in me seeing the future if I can't do anything to change it?
It's somebody fucking tempting you, leaning you towards chaos. Look, do a good deed. Ooh, quantum leap. Ooh.
How would you know what it's like to fight for control of your life?
Used to be little pig girl.
Nilfgaardian scum.
Get up, old friend.
Interesting friendship here.
All so we don't die from hunger and frost.
I thought all you pointies were supposed to be superstitious.
Fact is, Francesca Seneca is a girl from Sintra.
Sintra?
Yeah, don't say anything.
You've considered my proposal to take charge of the elves.
Aye.
He trusted me to fulfill his most sacred mission, and I failed.
So your plan is to keep paying penance until you're killed by northern troops?
The White Flame will see it. You will help him take the north, not Francesca.
This whole scene between them has had weird cuts, weird eye lines, weird camera positions. Like, I just feel like they're all over the place.
If I ever get out of here, I'll play that game much smarter.
I saw a man try to escape once. They sent the dogs after him. Tore him limb from limb.
We got another one!
Oh, poison? It's like I assumed they were poison taste testing and she was a mage and could filter it, but I didn't know what they were there for.
Keep your word
Mr. I'll do one song. Once he's got an audience, he's like, okay.
Keep on playing nice, but I have no desire. The greatest
He reminds me of Joffrey from House of the Dragon, briefly as he was in the show.
You can all applaud me now if you like. What do you see about Rience on that?
And in the meantime, I will dig around about this Rience character and his cohorts.
Thank you.
I mean, there's obviously a one-way attraction here. I'm just wondering how common it is in this universe. Oh my goodness. Yes! This is like Ursula's little river of souls, the little...
I won't hurt you. Are you alright?
Human centipede body horror, The Thing territory has been reached.
Why are you hurting us?
Well, why are you grabbing me?
Make him stop! Don't let him get out!
Killing off different sections of it. Man, and he's got his Hulk juice going on too. Oh, yeah. What a weird fleshy amalgamation. I might cut off a few hands just to be safe.
Rest in peace, motherfucker.
Did she do a switcheroo? Did we do a Count of Monte Cristo in this bitch? Is that what you're telling me? I mean, as big of a bitch as she was to everyone, and you know, die hard, ride or die for the White Flame and all that. It's just, she's a talented character, powerful character, just wasting away in a jail does the story no good. I want to see her work.
Darling, Verferol is a frivolous fool.
What would I do without you, darling?
No, clearly not much, darling.
Oh, vivacious and animated.
You lucky bastard!
You don't seem to be enjoying my brother's epic tales of daring do.
I've heard this tale before. It doesn't improve by repetition.
You seem to be witless.
Casimir has no secrets from me.
Then you do know about his meeting last night. With Nilfgaard.
Don't worry. We didn't mention anything about your employer.
Or what he's really got planned for Cirilla of Sintra.
Oh, not Mrs. Norris. So am I to believe that we just killed those two people and burned up their whole fucking shop? But he took the cat, you know, anything but the cat.
We need to get the Northern Kings to listen to us and work together, and the last thing they want to see is the woman who set their execution party ablaze.
I think your mind is struggling to catch up with the decision your heart's already made. And we have one other thing in common. Our love. For you.
I feel like they've given them more time as a couple in this scene than they did all of season 2.
If Yennefer can let go of the past, so can I.
Get out of there, girl!
I can do it!
How much for a pig? How much for this beast?
She's our daughter!
She's no daughter of mine.
Like you, I once chose to interfere. I set a prisoner free, and in doing so, I set the entire North against the Brotherhood.
That mirrors what she was telling her about. You save a life, what will it put into motion?
We must learn to control it. That is the essence of power. That is how we will move mountains. Come along. Ciri.
Every time I see her purple eyes, I think, man, Game of Thrones could have done the Targaryen eyes. Didn't they have like a purplish, pinkish tint to them? This feels very much like where they find the dire wolf and the pups in the first episode of Game of Thrones.
You know who I am. I'm Ciri.
Off with the head. No, man. Okay, I mean, I guess, right? What I have to accept. Season 3, Episode 2, Unbound. A shocking discovery awaits Geralt after he obtains information on Rience. Ciri's sense of justice causes problems. Jaskier performs for a royal fan. Okay, I had mentioned it a few times, I think earlier on and then when it happened, but it was good to see Frigilla and some of the other, like the mage Aratula, I can never say that place. You know, so some of those other people. And they have to do that because if Yennefer's returning, we have to kind of know where everyone's coming from, what to expect before she does arrive, because she did do her own thing. She did break out a prisoner. She did, you know, all this shit, you know, kind of cascaded out of control because of a decision that she made, and that's what she is trying to explain to Ciri earlier on in the episode. In the intro, I was hoping that Geralt would get more physical or physicality because now he's off on his own. And I would say, yeah, we got that. You know, 2 episodes in a row now with some creature fighting. And in particular, this one was a goddamn horror arm monstrosity body abomination. So those are always fun. And I'm kind of confused by the ending of this episode. Obviously, episode 3, 4, and 5 are out, so don't tell me. But it's like, why would this phantom or imitation Ciri, is this a vision, a glamour spell, a swap? I mean, I don't know, but I've got enough time. I might watch the 3rd episode. Then again, at the end of the 1st episode, I said I might watch the 2nd one, and I did not, so we'll see. Okay, so that's going to do it for me for now. Thank you all so much for being here. I've been enjoying The Witcher so far, and hope that you join me for future episodes and Something's in My Eye. Why? Thanks again for being here, and goodbye.